My family abandoned me when I needed them most after my divorce, but now they're begging me to forgive them because my brother's wife left him and they think I owe them support. Hey everyone, I'm a 32-year-old woman, and though I've been lurking on Reddit for a while, I never imagined I'd be sharing my own story. It's a total mess, and I'm still trying to make sense of it all. This whole saga began about 5 years ago when my marriage crumbled. My ex-husband and I had been together since college, and we have a daughter who's now 8. The divorce was brutal. He cheated with a coworker, hid money, and even badmouthed me to our mutual friends. I was shattered, barely keeping it together, working 2 jobs to hold onto our apartment while fighting for custody. Desperate, I turned to my family for help. My parents, in their 60s, and my older brother, who's 35, live 2 hours away in the suburbs where we grew up. I thought they'd have my back. You know, family sticks together, right? Or so I believed. But no. When I called my mom, sobbing, explaining I might lose the apartment and just needed a place to crash with my daughter for a bit, she sighed and said, "Honey, we're not in a position to take you in right now. Your brother and his wife are going through some things, and the house is full." Full? They've got a 4-bedroom home. I pushed back, asking, "What things? Can I at least come for the weekend?" Her response? "It's not a good time. You need to figure this out on your own. You're an adult." My dad was even harsher. He got on the phone and lectured me, saying I chose a bad husband and now had to face the consequences. His exact words? "We raised you to be independent, not to come running back when things get tough." I was stunned. My brother didn't even answer my call, he just texted later, "Sorry, sis, busy with work. Hope you sort it out." That cut deep. Growing up, I was always the good kid, straight A's, never in trouble, while my brother was the golden child who could do no wrong, even after dropping out of college and hopping between jobs. But now, I was the burden? I ended up crashing on a friend's couch for months, surviving on food stamps and whatever freelance graphic design gigs I could scrape together. My daughter and I shared a pull-out bed, and she kept asking why we couldn't go to grandma's. I lied, saying they were on vacation. Eventually, I clawed my way back, landed a better job, won full custody, and moved us into a decent 2-bedroom place. After that, I cut all contact with my family. Blocked their numbers, unfriended them on social media. Honestly, it felt freeing. No more fake holiday dinners where they ignored my successes and gushed over my brother's latest business idea. Fast forward to last week. I'm at work when my phone buzzes with an unfamiliar number. I ignore it, but a voicemail pops up. It's my mom, voice trembling. "Sweetie, it's Mom. We need to talk. Please call me back. It's about your brother." I deleted it without hearing the rest. Then texts started pouring in from a new number, my dad's. "We know you're mad, but family comes first. Call us." Then my brother himself, "Hey, it's me. Shit hit the fan with Lisa, his wife. She left me, took the kids. I need your help." Help? After they abandoned me when I was drowning? I didn't reply, but curiosity gnawed at me. So, after putting my daughter to bed, I unblocked my mom's number and called her back. She answered on the first ring. "Oh, thank God, we've been so worried." Worried? I bit my tongue and asked what was happening. Turns out, my brother's wife left him because, get this, he cheated with some woman from his gym. His kids are with her, and he's crashing at my parents' place, playing the victim. My mom laid it on thick. "He's devastated, honey. He needs his family. We all do. It's time to let go of the past." I couldn't help it, I laughed out loud. "The past? You mean when you kicked me to the curb during my divorce? When I begged for a couch to sleep on with your granddaughter?" She went silent, then mumbled, "We were dealing with our own issues. Your brother's business was failing, and we couldn't handle more stress." I asked what that had to do with me, but she just repeated, "Family forgives. Come over this weekend. Bring your daughter. She needs to know her uncle." I hung up, absolutely fuming. Part of me wants to tell them to fuck off, but another part, the dumb, sentimental side, wonders if I should hear them out. Am I being too harsh? It's been years, and sure, people can change. But this feels like they're only reaching out because they need something. My daughter barely remembers them, and I've built a solid life without their drama. What do you all think? Am I the asshole for ignoring them? Update 1, 2 days later. Okay, wow, thank you all for the comments on my original post. A lot of you urged me to stay no contact, and honestly, that hit home. But things escalated yesterday, and I need to vent. After hanging up on my mom, I thought that was the end. I blocked them again and move on. But nope, they showed up at my door. Unannounced. I live in a quiet apartment complex, and suddenly, there's knocking while I'm making dinner. I peek through the peephole, and there they are, my parents and my brother, all wearing these fake smiles. My daughter was in the living room doing homework and asked, "Mom, who's that?" I told her to go play in her room, then cracked the door open. "What the hell are you doing here?" I hissed, trying not to alert the neighbors. My mom pushed forward, attempting a hug, saying, "We drove all this way because we love you. Let us in." My dad nodded, all stern, "We've got things to discuss as a family." And my brother? He looked like hell, unshaven, red-eyed, muttering, "Sis, I fucked up bad. Lisa's filing for divorce, and she's claiming I was abusive or some crap. I need a character reference or something." Abusive? That was news to me. I stood firm, blocking the door, and said, "You've got 5 minutes to explain why I should even talk to you before I call the cops." They spilled everything right there in the hallway. Apparently, my brother's business, some failed startup selling workout supplements, tanked because he was spending money on his side chick instead of inventory. Lisa found out, confronted him, and according to them, things got heated, though they swear he didn't hit her. My mom chimed in, "She's exaggerating to get full custody. You know how women can be in divorces." "Excuse me? I went through a divorce, remember?" I snapped, "Like how you all treated me? Throwing me away because I was inconvenient?" My dad got defensive, "That was different. You were strong, you handled it. Your brother's not like that. He's fragile right now." Fragile? I nearly laughed again. Then my brother dropped a bomb. "Look, I know we weren't there for you, but I was going through my own shit back then. Remember how I was depressed after losing that job? Mom and Dad were helping me." Depressed? First I've heard of it. All I remember is him posting vacation pics while I was couch surfing. I asked why they couldn't help both of us, and my mom said, "We had to prioritize." "You always bounced back, he doesn't." Prioritize? Like I'm the backup kid? I told them to leave, that I wasn't getting dragged into his mess. As they walked away, my brother shouted, "You're being selfish. After everything we've done for you growing up?" "Everything? Like what, not kicking me out sooner?" My daughter overheard some of it and asked why those people were mad at me. I downplayed it, but now I'm second-guessing myself. Was there really something going on with my brother back then that I didn't know about? My mom texted later, "Please think about it. We're family, and blood is thicker than water." I'm torn. Part of me feels guilty, like maybe I'm being too harsh. But your comments helped. A lot of you pointed out the blatant favoritism, and yeah, it's impossible to ignore. What now? Should I respond, or just ghost them? Update 2, 1 week later. Holy shit, you guys, this has turned into a full-blown nightmare. Thanks again for the support. Many of you suggested getting a lawyer or documenting everything, and damn, was that solid advice. After they showed up at my door, I decided to keep things civil but distant. I unblocked my mom's number and texted her that I'd consider a family dinner, but only if they respected my boundaries. Big mistake. They took that as a green light and started bombarding me with messages. My dad sent pics of my old childhood home, like, "Remember the good times?" My brother sent long, rambling apologies. "I was a shitty brother, I know. But Lisa's poisoning the kids against me. If you could just talk to her, tell her I'm not a bad guy." I ignored most of it, but then my mom called while I was at work, and I foolishly picked up. She was crying, saying, "Your brother's suicidal, he needs you." Suicidal? That hit me hard. I've battled depression myself after my divorce, so I couldn't just dismiss it. I pressed for details, and she said he'd been talking about life not being worth living without his family, that Lisa took everything. I felt a pang of worry, like maybe I should step in. So, against my better judgment, I agreed to meet them at a neutral spot, a coffee shop halfway between our places. Just me, no daughter. I got there yesterday, and it's all three of them again. My brother looked even worse, like he hadn't slept in days. We sat down, and right away, it wasn't about reconciliation. My mom started, "We've been thinking, and maybe you could let your brother stay with you for a bit. Just until he gets on his feet." Stay with me? In my 2-bedroom apartment with my kid? I shut that down fast. Hell no, that's not happening. My dad jumped in, "Why not? You have space, and it's not like you're married anymore. He could help with your daughter, be the male figure she needs." The audacity. I reminded them I managed just fine, and my daughter doesn't need their kind of help. Then my brother leaned in, "Come on, sis. Remember when we were kids and I protected you from those bullies at school? You owe me for that." Owe him? I lost it a bit. Protected me? You mean the time you joined in laughing because it was funny? And owe you? For what, ignoring me at my lowest point? That's when new information came out, stuff that flipped my perspective. My mom admitted, okay, fine, we weren't fair to you back then. But your divorce. It was embarrassing for us. Your ex was spreading rumors that you were the cheater, and we didn't want that drama in our house with your brother's business partners coming over. Embarrassing? My ex was the liar, and they believed him over me? I asked why they never told me, and my dad said, we didn't want to hurt you more. And honestly, your brother was pitching to investors, we couldn't have you there crying all the time. I felt like I'd been punched in the gut. So it wasn't just no space, it was shame? They were ashamed of me? My brother nodded along, adding, yeah, and Lisa was pregnant with our first at the time. We were focused on that. Pregnant? 5 years ago? That means they knew, and they didn't tell me. I would have been an aunt, and they cut me out during that? I stood up, tossed some cash on the table for my coffee, and said, this is bullshit. You chose him over me because I was the embarrassing one. Don't contact me again. As I walked out, my mom yelled, wait. There's more you need to know about why we did it. I drove home shaking, called a friend to watch my daughter, and cried for hours. Now I'm seeing the favoritism runs deeper than I ever imagined. They protected his image at my expense. But what more is there? Part of me wants to know, but I'm scared it'll just hurt worse. You all were right about not engaging. It's like quicksand. Any advice? Update 3 days later. I can't believe I'm updating again so soon, but things have gone completely off the rails. After the coffee shop blow up, I blocked them all again and even changed my locks, just in case. I spoke to a therapist friend who suggested writing down my feelings, and that helped a little. But yesterday, I got home from picking up my daughter from school, and there was a letter taped to my door. Not mailed, hand-delivered. It's from my mom, handwritten, starting with, Dear, my name, I'm sorry for everything, but you need to hear the full truth before you cut us off forever. I shouldn't have read it, but I did. And holy hell, it turned my world upside down. According to her, the real reason they abandoned me during my divorce wasn't just embarrassment, it was because my brother had been spreading lies about me to them. Lies. She claims that around the time of my split, my brother told them I'd been unstable for years, that I was the one cheating on my ex, and that I might be a bad influence on his soon-to-be-born child. He even said I'd borrowed money from him and never paid it back, a complete fabrication. I've never borrowed a cent. My mom wrote, we believed him because he was so convincing, and we were scared for the family. But now, with Lisa leaving, he's admitted it was all made up to keep you away so we could focus on him. Admitted it? I sat there, staring at the letter, my heart pounding. She continued, he was jealous of how independent you were, even back then. When your marriage failed, he saw it as a chance to make sure we prioritized him. Please, come talk to us. He's willing to apologize in person. Jealous? Of me? The kid they discarded? My daughter saw me crying and hugged me, asking if it was about the mean family. I told her it was grown-up stuff, but inside, I'm boiling with rage. If this is true, my brother actively sabotaged me, turned my own parents against me during my darkest time. I haven't responded yet, but tonight, my phone rang from an unknown number. I answered, and it was my dad, sounding desperate. Did you get the letter? We need to meet. There's proof, texts from your brother admitting it all. Proof? I demanded details, but he said, not over the phone. Come to the house tomorrow. Bring your daughter if you want, it'll be safe. Safe? That word choice sent chills down my spine. While we spoke, I heard yelling in the background, sounded like my brother shouting, tell her I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to go this far. Then the line went dead. Now I'm paranoid. What if this is a trap? Or what if it's real, and my entire family dynamic was built on my brother's lies? I don't know what to believe anymore. My understanding of the past is shattered. I thought it was just favoritism, but sabotage? Jealousy? I'm tempted to go tomorrow, but what if it blows up in my face? Guys, what the fuck do I do? This feels like it's heading somewhere dangerous, and I just don't know. Update 4, 2 days later. Alright, I did it. I went to the house. A lot of you in the comments warned me not to protect myself and my daughter, but after that call, I couldn't sleep. The safe comment kept replaying in my head, haunting me. I had to know the truth, no matter how much it hurt. So, I made the 2-hour drive to my parents' place, alone, leaving my daughter with a trusted friend. My heart was racing the whole way there, not knowing what I'd walk into. But I needed answers, and I needed them face to face. Let's just say, what I found out changed everything, but I'll save the details for now. Stick around, Because this story isn't over yet. Hi there, if you made it so far. Consider dropping a like and maybe subscribing. Thanks. And have a nice one.